So you've probably heard by now that the voting on SOPA and PIPA have been delayed indefinitely. I've had a few requests to discuss SOPA, the Stop Online Piracy Act, but I felt like taking a different approach to it and wanted to see how things played out first before I did. You probably saw Wikipedia and a number of other high-profile websites stage a blackout to protest the bill, and so a lot of people are declaring, "The internet won! We did it!" hanging the proverbial mission accomplished banner like a certain fool of a president did a little prematurely several years back. Now, before a certain group, who shall not be named, goes and hacks my YouTube account, get it? Not to be named, because yeah, you got it. I'm completely opposed to SOPA and PIPA too. We're on the same side of the fence when it comes to this. The incredibly simplified explanation of SOPA was that it would hold individuals and companies responsible for so-called copyrighted material. It would go against certain laws that are already in place, like fair use and fair dealing laws, and because of how vague the bill is, this is open to interpretation, but a person like myself who uses music clips or images completely legally as a review and parody could potentially be fined for doing so, and what's worse, have no actual way of fighting it. Websites would also be responsible, so YouTube, for example, could be fined for hosting so-called copyrighted material, rather than the current process, which allows them to just delete it when a company flags it as theirs. Facebook or Reddit, if somebody posted a link to a movie torrent, it's their asses now on the line, and they have to pay to defend themselves in court, which means potentially going bankrupt doing so, or paying people to patrol their website to remove it before someone finds it and sues them, which would also be too costly. And the other dangerous part is that it would give the US government the jurisdiction over the internet, basically, the power to shut down foreign sites, something that I've always been opposed to. The US doesn't own the internet. I don't give a shit what anyone says. This would be like saying that the US could prosecute you for stealing an American-made Snickers bar in a shop in the UK. Sorry, America. I know you think you're the greatest power in the world, but that power should not extend beyond your borders. A server in any country not in the US should never be under your jurisdiction. That's a scary precedent to set and could open the doors to so much more. So, I'm glad it's being delayed, but have you considered for a moment that it has nothing to do with Mega Upload being taken down or any of the protests directly, but that it's an election year? I know that stats show that Americans don't exactly have a high voter turnout, but you are at least aware that you're scheduled this year to elect a president, Congress, and Senate, right? And what would have happened if SOPA and PIPA passed right now? Maybe certain congressmen and senators that voted for the bill might have a bit of a tougher time actually getting into office, right? Starting to put it together now? I'm not trying to come off like some sort of conspiracy dipshit or something, but I'm just saying I wouldn't be surprised if this whole thing just sort of dies right now. We won't hear about it again for 12 or 13 months, and then come January or February 2013, when everyone's safe in their seats for another 4 years, we start hearing about it again. So why even bring it up now? Well, I'm sure pressure from the entertainment industry was there, but to also gauge voter reaction. Now, congressmen and senators, and even the president can say, you know what, we oppose SOPA and PIPA. We'll find another way to work with the entertainment industry from being ripped off, but we won't allow these bills to pass in their current form. It's now fresh in your mind. You'll vote for the lying fucks, and then they'll try and pass the bills again when you can't do shit about it. This is just speculation from someone on the other side of the border looking in, but we'll see, won't we?